Good afternoon, children. As already we have completed, I think lesson 18, up to lesson 18 we have completed in grammar. Okay, and hope you all are well. So we will start this grammar lesson 19. Okay, so today I will give you the explanation of lesson 19, and later on I will send you the PDF of lesson 19. English first we will start today, and the name of the chapter is tenses. The name of the chapter is tenses. So now you know how many tenses are there, how many kinds of tenses we can say, no? So there are three types of tenses are there. You know that the present tense, past tense and the future tense. Okay, what are they? The present tense, past tense and future tense kinds, no? Okay, three kinds of tenses are there. So here, now different forms are there. In these three kinds, different forms of tense are there. Okay, so now we will read. So how to identify that the particular sentence is from which tense? Present tense, past tense or future tense. So I will give you the example so that you can understand that which tense it is. Okay, so that she sings a song. Okay, she sings a song. One example of this. She sings a song. Okay, now here she sings a song. Now in this sentence what happened? This is the verb sing. Okay, what is the verb here in the sentence? Sing. Sing is a verb. They play hockey. Suppose one more example. They play hockey. Okay, this is one more example. Now in this sentence, what is the verb here? Play. These two types of sentences are there, no? Now, so this verb belong to a present tense. How this she sings a song. They play hockey. Okay, they play hockey. So how it belongs to present tense? Why we can say that this sentence belongs to present tense? Because the action is taking place. Okay, in present time. Because she sings a song. The action is taking place in the present time. Okay, now they play hockey. The action is taking place in present time. That's why we call it as a what? It is a which tense? Present tense. Okay, so this is the example of present tense. No? This is the example of both. First example also, second example also. Because here the action is taking place in present time. Okay, so that's why it is called as a which tense? Present tense. Okay, now here second we'll see the past tense. No, suppose one more example we'll see of. Now we'll just check the past tense. I will give you the example of past tense. They swam in the river. They swam in the river. Okay. So this is one sentence. Now we bought fruit and vegetables. We bought fruits and vegetables. Now, this swam here in this sentence, swam is a verb. Okay, we bought. What is a verb here? Understand? No, now swam and bought. It tells us what it tells us about the verb swam and bought. Tells us about the action has already takes place in the past time. Means the actions had already taken place in the past time. Means it's already over. The action is already over in the past time. Takes place in the past time. So this verb belongs to a which tense? Past tense. So this is the example of the past tense. This verb belongs to a past tense. Swam and bought. This verb belong. What is the verb here in this sentence? Swam. And in this sentence bought. So this verb belong to a what? Past tense. Understand? No? Now, this is over. Present tense over. Past tense over. Okay. Here the action is taking place. Okay. Now here the action already over in the past time. Okay. Here it tells us the action already taken place in the past time. This is called as a past tense. The action already taken place. Now we will see the example of future tense. Future tense. So future tense means here the suppose one example, I shall go to Chennai. One example we will see that. Future tense. I shall go to Chennai. Okay, I shall go to Chennai. Now, another example. He will meet me tomorrow. He will meet me tomorrow. Okay, he will meet me tomorrow. Now, these two sentences are there. Examples are given here. Of which tense example? Future tense. Which tense example I am giving? Future tense. Okay. Now again I just write this example here. Suppose what is that? Example I can write it here. Future tense. Okay. I shall go to Chennai. Okay. This is one example. Now, second example. He will meet me tomorrow. He will meet me tomorrow. These two sentences are here. This is example of future tense. How we can say that this is example of future tense? Because what is the verb here? In the first sentence, what is the verb here? Shall go and will meet. Shall go. This is what? Verb. And will meet. This is a verb in the second sentence. So it means that the action is going to happen. Okay. Here tells us about the action will happen in the future time. The action will happen in the future time. It tells us about the action will happen in the future times. This verb belongs to a future tense. So I shall go to Chennai. Because in future he will go to Chennai. He will meet me tomorrow. This action is also going to this action is also going to perform in the future time. Isn't it? No. So that's why this is the example of future tense. That's why this is example of future tense. Understand? So now this is the three tenses. These are the three tenses and we have understood the examples and what is the definition of all these three tenses. Okay, these are the kinds of tenses. Now here verbs have different forms in different tense. Okay, verbs have different forms in different tense. Now here suppose the simple tense, different forms are there. In all the tenses, different forms are there. Now here simple tense. So here, he writes a letter. He wrote a letter. He will write a letter. Okay, so this means the first sentence. Suppose I will give you the example. So first we will discuss about the simple tense. Simple tense. Okay. For example, suppose one example. What is that? He writes a letter. Suppose he writes a letter. Second is what is given here? He wrote a letter. He wrote a letter. Now third one. He will write a letter. He will write a letter. Okay, now here we will discuss all. In first, what is that? In first sentence, the verb writes. What is the verb here in the first sentence? Writes. Okay. So what it tells us about the action is taking place in the present time. Correct, no? He writes a letter. The action is taking place in a present time. Okay. Such a verb belongs to a present simple tense. So that's why we call this tense present simple tense. Because we are talking about simple tense. So all this simple tense in all the kinds is there, no? In the this is example of he writes a letter. So that's why it is called as this action is taking place in the present time. So that's why we call as a present simple tense. This example belongs to a present simple tense. Okay. Now suppose so the verb belongs to a present simple tense. What is the verb here? Writes. So this verb belongs to a present simple tense. Now, what is the second sentence? He wrote a letter. So, he wrote a letter. What is the verb here in the sentence? Wrote. What is the verb? Wrote. So, what it tells us about the action has already taken place in past time. So, that's why we call as a past simple tense. So, this is present simple tense. This is example of present simple tense. Okay, and this is example of past simple. Okay. Now, why this is example of past simple? Because wrote is a verb. What is the verb in the sentence? Wrote. Okay, and here the action has already taken place in the past time. The action has already taken place in the past time. Okay. Clear? Now he will write a letter. Now in the next sentence he will write a letter. So what is this verb here? Will write. What is the verb here? Will write. So what it tells us? It tells us about the action will happen in the future time. The action. He will write a letter. The action will be happen in the future time. Okay, it is not over, it will happen in a future time. So that's why this example of future simple. Okay, future simple tense. Okay, so this is example of future simple tense. This is example of future simple tense. Now, a continuous tense. Simple tense is over. Now, we will just study about a continuous tense. Simple tense is over now. Continuous tense. So what is here? Again. Continuous tense. So example here is Sarita is reading the newspaper. Okay. Second, Sarita was reading the newspaper. Now third, Sarita will be reading the newspaper. Okay, the newspaper. Say it now. So now we will. This is example of what? The continuous tense. This is example of the continuous tense. Now here, suppose first one is reading. So is reading, it tells us about action is continuously going on in the present time. Means Sarita is reading. Is reading means the action is continuously going on in which at what time? Present time. So that's why it is called a present continuous tense. So that's why what we call that present continuous tense, because the action is going on in the present time. Okay, continuously going on in the present time. Now, second one, Sarita was reading the newspaper. Was reading. Over. Okay, was reading the newspaper. The action was reading. The action was reading means it tells us about the action was continuously going on in the past time. Means reading, ing form is here. That's why the action is going on. But only the difference is that it is in this. Here the action is going on in the present time. Here the action is going on in the past time. So that's why it is called as past continuous tense. Okay, because the action was continuously going on in the past time. That's why it is called as a past continuous tense. Okay. Now here Sarita will be reading the newspaper. Will be. So this will be reading. Here it tells us about the action will continuously going on in the future time. Here the action is going on in the future times, but continuously going on in the future time. That's why we call as what? That is what we call that future continuous tense. No, future continuous tense. So this is over. Simple tense over. Now continuous tense is over. Okay, in all the three tenses it is there. Okay. Now past perfect tense. Here present perfect tense, past perfect tense, and future perfect tense. Now continuous tense is over. Now perfect tense. The perfect tense we will study. Perfect tense. Okay. What is that? Perfect tense. So he has eaten his lunch. He has eaten his lunch. Okay. He had eaten his lunch. He had eaten his lunch. Now, next one. He will have eaten his lunch. He will have eaten his lunch. Okay. Now, first sentence. In the first sentence, the verb has eaten tells us the action has been completed in the present time. The action has been completed in the present time. Okay. Such verb belong to a present perfect. Okay. What is that? Has eaten. It is completed in the present time. Completed. The action has been completed in the present time. Okay. Now, the second sentence, what is here? That's why it is called as a what? Present perfect tense. Now, second, he had eaten. Had eaten. Had eaten. Okay. Had eaten means it tells us about the action has been completed in the past time. Means the action in this sentence, it tells us about the action has been completed in the past time. So that's why it is the example of what? This is example of the past perfect tense. Okay. Now here, he will have eaten his lunch. Will have eaten. Will have eaten. It means that this sentence tells us about action will completed in the future time. Means the action will complete in the future time. That's why it is belong to a what? Future perfect tense. That's why it is called as a future perfect tense. Okay. Now we have read about all this in all kinds of tenses: present tense, past tense, future. Three kinds are there, no? Present tense, past tense, and future tense. And in all these tenses, we have learned simple tense, continuous tense, perfect tense. Okay. Over. Now I think you have understood the examples of this simple tense. Okay. Simple tense, continuous tense, and perfect tense. And that is in all three kinds are there. In all three kinds means in the present tense also, future tense also, past tense also. In all three kinds it is there. Okay. So by seeing the example, you will understand that it belongs to which tense. Okay. I hope you have understood this chapter. Okay. Please read. Try to read this and see the examples carefully, how it is given in the book, and please complete your copy book also. I will send you the PDF. Okay.